Two, one, go.
Hello, warriors, traders, investors. It's 11:03 EST, time for Mike and me. Mike, it looks like we're going to have to sign up for Truth Social because the news broke there first
It's true.
before it hit any other network. You had plenty of time to react in the currency markets and everything. Anyway, it's a tip. I didn't know it. I found it out from someone else. I'm sure people will catch on and,
The live tip, though. If you don't know, forget it. Catch on. It's not too late.
yeah,
Just like a
yeah,
trade. Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, that's a tip for people. If you weren't trading in 2016 to 2020, get used to this. Okay, there there were political cartoons that would show President Trump making a phone call about tariffs to someone, and it showed him with a bunch of monitors on his screen,
Like Calvin and
like he
Hobbes.
was,
Calvin and Hobbes would have done that.
yeah, like he was trading his stuff before he
Why
put
not?
out the news.
I love that. I would too.
All right. Anyway, God, you know, what a great technician you don't have to be.
Huh. The one thing,
And
the one thing they will say, when it ever gets the fact that if I have to actually do the opposite, then I'm gonna
yeah.
then I'm gonna hang it up. When
All
I
right.
think after 30 years I should do something and say, you know what? Not then I'm not doing it. And sometimes
Anyways,
it happens though. Sorry.
yeah, it's all right, man. He
You're
just
right.
he shook up Mexico, and this is the monthly chart, so it's a telescope. So with
I'm
those
looking.
25 threats of 25% tariffs, and Canada weakened even worse. Coming back now, but look at this candle. This is when the news broke. So you actually had time, if you saw it on Truth Social, to,
Sure.
get long here. Anyway, my view is the dollar is close to peaking, but not there yet. I'm looking for another shot up to the upside. 109 was my target for a long time, and we got to 108. So I'm looking for another rally in the dollar, and then I'll be, looking to fade it. May see what the euro does. Maybe we retest this line. Aussie maybe around
Woo.
63 and a half or so. And gold. All right,
Oh,
what
and
a
it's
day.
the reverse. I didn't see that reversal last night, Coach.
It's a nice look right here in silver where we could get a bounce up to 32, putting in a higher low. And we could get a bounce in gold too, back to, here. Uh, GDX might bounce, but I mean, long term, I'm going to stick with uh, where I think I could buy gold. And up here, I was talking 2400, and I'm still a believer in 2400, 2350 to come back into the long side of gold.
Come up.
Uh, anyway, just a couple of quick things because I think I'm going to take Friday off. Yen is finally breaking down. Well, it's trying to, and yields have turned for a while. 10-year, I know it's up today, but I'm looking for 4% in the 10-year in the coming weeks. I don't think that should be bearish the dollar.
No.
Uh,
Right,
and
right, right.
and that's it. And WTI, put out an idea yesterday in WTI. We were trading unchanged. We were right here, 71. So you still have a buck 70. I'd hold it with BE stops now and look for new lows. I'm still looking for the low 60s.
The stocks are acting poor, Coach.
Yeah, I noticed like Devon and a few other things.
Exactly.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is a time where they could have shrugged it off, and I get it. I'm in
yeah.
'em. I get it.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I was looking at Devon, and I like it, but I think it's doing what it had to do now. It's taken out the 38.
I agree. I look at it.
We're diverging. I think you have to prepare yourself mentally to either add on to your oil position or enter a long oil position when we're down here. I've been waiting for this for, I don't know, maybe almost a year.
Giddy
Uh,
up. Whoa.
yeah, for crude to pull back to this line. That's Devon. Um, WTI. Even Bitcoin's taking a rest. How about that? But here's WTI. I've been looking for this line to be tagged for, gosh, I don't know, a year. So I think we're going to tag it, and that's where you have to get long, 61.62. So that's about it. Just one last thing. I caught your broadcast, excellent broadcast yesterday,
Thanks, Coach.
and I heard your comment on NVIDIA
Uh-huh.
that you said it was resting,
Yeah.
and I contend that it's found its last resting place. That the top is in NVIDIA. Even with the market strong the last few days, this was classic action. I talked about it. This was a day after earnings. They took out all the shorts. So even with the market doing pretty good this week, NVIDIA's down on the week. It's being held here. Here's my big picture in
I
NVIDIA. You have to
agree.
sell.
Yeah,
You,
you're right, Coach. I'm
oh,
not
and
I'm not in the trade. I'm not in the trade, but you're right.
yeah, well, I mean, sell rips. Okay, it's not too late. If we get a rally back to 45 or so, sell rips because I'm looking for a 110. Okay, I think that's a viable target, and hope we don't take that out. So Nvidia's has problems, Google still has problems. Apple looks great. It's going to it's going to make a new high. Um, Amazon maybe it just needs to fill the gap, and S&P's you know are they really going to give us the 6,100 level? I think if we get to 61, we're going to go higher than that. But that's my take on what's going on. NASDAQ's a different picture, isn't it? Look at here, I'll be your optometrist. Which is stronger, this or this?
Give me a second, Coach. I'm liquidating a position.
Okay. Anyway, NASDAQ
I
way
can tell
under.
by the
Yeah,
inflection of your voice. It's the latter.
yeah, it's NASDAQ's been lagging the way. I know people are looking for 22,000. We're only 1,100 away. Maybe that happens in a melt up, but your relative strength leader is S&Ps. So uh, I think I've covered anything happen in any of the different shares based upon, I mean, there are Trump trades that you're seeing that are being unwound or are being piled into still.
I'll tell you what it is. I'm not going to give it political. You want to share the screen? At least I'll show
Oh
you.
yeah. Oh
But
yeah. Yeah, it's not about getting political. It's just how the market kind of is front running what Trump's going to do, and he's not even installed. No one even knows how long it's going to take to implement his programs. But
Coach,
okay, what's this? GameStop?
it is actually, and I just sold some coming on here. That's what I said, liquidating positions. As a matter of fact, they just
That
sold.
looks pretty good. That
Well, you
looks,
know what, Coach? Okay, again, is the
yeah,
daily. We'll go back even to my main screen.
yeah. Roaring Kitty got that new litter box where it cleans itself and deodorizes itself, and I bet your pup doesn't like kitty cats.
No, I actually have a black cat. Do you
You
actually
know,
know that
for
I have a
just
black cat?
for luck.
I swear on my father's grave, being dramatic, not
All right,
the only superstition I ever had was a black cat. There used to be a
uh,
black cat down the street that used to
yeah,
cross over like during the open and the close. I literally drove a half a mile around to go
yeah.
around. Now I got a black. I'll show you pictures.
Wouldn't that be a great name for a company? Black Cat Trading.
Black cat trading. Yeah, it's not better than red cat trading. You never want to be
Yeah,
in red. Look,
yeah. All right.
okay,
So
here's
what's
one.
this? What's
HSAI.
this?
All right,
What?
place. Okay, listen. Relative strength is always something. Like just like I was going to say with the political, there's no
Yeah,
middle class. Meaning to me, there's no swing trading. You can either
yeah,
be this thing that went to 5 to 8, or
yeah.
something like where's another one? A UAVS, a drone maker that did the same type of thing. I mean, hold on a second. Give me a second. This thing doesn't look like. Well, I'll
Well,
give it.
that last one looked like it had another high left in it that you
All
showed
right,
before there.
Rocket Labs. So
It's a
listen,
rocket.
here we are today. You said about NVIDIA. They're going into mag stocks this over all of a sudden. Now they're taking off the winners. AMD, D-Dog has been straight up. Upstart has been straight up to a degree. I'm not saying it's over. General Motors down 4 on tariffs, by the way, but they're running into Meta back into Meta.
Yeah.
Meta looked like it could have one bad day
And be
go
bad.
to 200 then.
Yeah.
Not
And
Microsoft.
that's an important demarcation line on Meta that you just showed. If you put a horizontal under that support that held this
I get
week,
it. I know
you
what
do
you
not want to see it close underneath that support. That would be an exit of longs for me.
But okay. I appreciate that, by the way. Not to minimize your statement. I got it.
Yeah, but right now, I mean, there's no reason. Maybe it's going to
Excellent.
blow over 600 again.
All right. So this was so they went into Mag 7.
Oh, you know what, Mike? Look at the
Apple.
RSI.
Apple's the one they want. There it is.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know. I have puts in
does it-
Apple,
well,
so I know.
does it matter? Does it matter that they're taking profits in Bitcoin? I guess not. There's a place to run to. VST, best of breed, right there. Coles. By the way, there's always something to do. Coles is down 20% on revamp. This one I had overnight.
Yeah, what happened with Macy's? They delayed earnings or something? What's the story with that?
No, one guy hit an accounting expense. Bullish.
Oh,
Bullish.
they didn't hit it.
Well, everything bad is. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean,
hold on a
okay.
second.
Because the parade's coming up in a few days.
There was porn allegations right here. Stock straight up. All right, what's bullish? Macy's, guys stealing stuff. Bullish.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff
sideways. Yeah. Okay, so retail home builders sure gave a lot back from yesterday's bond rally.
Coach, there's the best of breed, Lennar, not to cut you off.
Yeah, look at that. It went right to resistance. That was because I don't like the bonds. I mean, they may rally for a little while here, Mike, but
is that your experience? And by the way, you're entitled to have both opinions. Who am I? But is that upon a feeling or is that upon technical that you don't like?
It's technical. If you put up a weekly chart on TLT, I'll show you why. Because once we took out 94, we have to get back above 94. But you see the low that we had in September 22, and then we had another one in August. That was the second drive. So if we get a third drive, that implies what Astro Gumbo, I think, is looking for 80. He's a TLT bear. That actually measures down to about 76. So
You know what that says to me? The only thing it says to me is I listen to you. Volatility. That's all I hope.
At least some problems with the long end of the market. They had a 1-day vote of confidence on the Treasury Secretary. I'm not impressed. Apple's impressive. Look at Google. Google still looks bad to me, Mike. So there are some chinks in the armor here. I don't think Google's going to make a new high. And look how it's holding your moving averages. Underneath that, there's a lot of air.
Okay, well, let's get back. Let's sound corny. First of all, let me make a point here, a macro point. I can use those words macro all the time. Here's what's going on in the market, emblematic. A crazy stat, Bespoke. Everybody should follow Bespoke. I'm not alone. All the sharp guys do. The eight best performing stocks in the S&P 1500. I even think it's 500. I think it's a typo. So far from 8 different sectors. So they're a best.
So that's breadth.
Well, thank you. Okay, so you can look at it bullish or bearish. I look at it, there's always a place to go. And that's why the VIX may be abated.
Yeah. I think it's bullish.
That is bullish.
But I still contend that the number one market cap stock, if I'm right about NVIDIA and the highs are in, and the market can keep making new highs without NVIDIA for a while. But if I'm right about 110 NVIDIA, there's at least a correction coming in the overall market. It's too much market cap for the market to withstand a move to 110.
The only way NVIDIA is going to go down like that if the rest of the market goes up. Do you believe it?
Okay.
If the market
could be. Okay. So they're coming out of NVIDIA and they're buying other stuff.
Healthy as they come. I hope the stock goes to 100. This, by the way,
Okay.
probably goes to 250 in the meantime.
Oh, it's coming off now a little bit here. All right. Well,
Stocks. Well, it's
eventually
good trade. First
I
of all,
think Nvidia is going to 70. All right. I didn't want to freak people
well,
out,
that's
but
not I'm not freaked
70.
out about that, Coach. I've been seeing a lot of. I'm not. I am not freaked about anything.
Okay.
Trust me.
I'm looking for 70
I
and
hope it
maybe
goes to
40
7.
and maybe 40 sometime next year. Not that I'm against AI. I could use a little artificial intelligence in my trading. At times, my human intelligence fails me, but yeah, we'll see. It's just something I spotted. Been kind of waiting for, but it's a market leader. How's Tesla looking here? Elon's really in tight. Oh, I see 2 drives in Tesla.
Coach, this is going higher with or without you.
What, Tesla?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They could have a fight.
You just answered your own question.
They could break up and have a fight. All right. I mean, everyone's so concentrated on President-elect Trump cabinet. Well, you know what? His cabinet's like the NFL. If you remember 4 years ago, 2016, 8 years ago, he went through cabinet members like
Even
the NFL goes through linemen.
even
Okay.
Mooch, Scaramouche was right there.
Yeah, Mooch lasted, I don't know,
Mooch
72 hours.
moved.
I'll bet you that Elon Musk and Donald Trump have a fight, and it's over China. Elon makes a lot of money in China.
No, that's
That's going to be a bone of contention between the two.
decent.
Watch it.
HSI. I mentioned up calls. Here it is. That's all.
All right. So I mean, we're going to 7,500. In the next couple months, according to David. So ride it, I guess. If they get the bond market going and the dollar lower, that would, I think, add jet fuel to it.
How about this?
We'll
You
see.
play Walter Deemer. The advanced decline hit a new high yesterday, so you can't worry about it. So you can worry about something else. There it is.
Okay. So what's your highest conviction trade right now? What do you load it up on? That usually means your highest conviction trade.
APLT.
Let's see it.
It's a bio that has bio news. I don't even
Because bio was getting crushed last week, right? Because of that was part of the Trump trade. This one held up pretty good.
I just sold another one. When I was on, I sold like 4,000 at 10.13.
Because didn't bio get creamed? I know the vaccine makers did, but a lot of like insurance plans and things all got kind of pummeled last week.
They came back.
XBI.
Oh,
yeah.
This is real. Okay, now let's talk. If you want me to talk boring, this is what I wanted to point out. Okay.
All right.
A Tuesday, 11 o'clock, and I do believe on a holiday week and especially Thanksgiving, with Friday the market closing at 1 Eastern, there's low liquidity and the majority of moves. It's not time to start building positions. Don't be that guy.
No.
That's got to wake up whenever he goes to bed, and you got to wake up Friday and look at So you know what I mean. So
I think tomorrow could be a down day. That old Wall Street. I'm just guessing that the Bears feast on Thanksgiving and the Bulls on Christmas.
Well, I'll give it to you right here. Here's at least a high level opinion that I posted on TradeGATEHub. Bear with me, it's important. And here it is. I posted this morning. Had to do with that seasonality for the rest of the year. Bullish this week. Hold on. And this is from Bank of America. Bearish next week, then rally into New Year's. There's a stat. You could fade it. Whatever you want to do. That's an empirical stat. So I'm aware of that, Coach. Thank you for pointing out a high level of hold on. You should be thinking that way during a holiday week, and I get it.
Even December, things kind of thin out, liquidity wise. And the strangest moves I've ever seen have happened during this holiday season. So, I mean, it does make sense to not trade your usual size until people.
I want to remember that because believe me, I want to be that guy waking up on a Friday. I did for decades. Bottom line, you said something key. Can I finish?
Yeah, go ahead.
Meaning that Bitcoin has pulled back. Uh, these were my Monday. These were my Monday notes. You know, when Bitcoin was at 100,000, just 3 days ago, a holiday, low liquidity is going to happen. Trust me, aside from exogenous event, which may happen, I'm saying it won't. Uh, we were getting, to be the high speculation in some equities. That's, but in my opinion, why they're going back to a bunch of the mag stocks. They want to be in something. So they're in that for now. I'm not saying they're going to continue, regardless, low volume, low liquidity. I see what they're doing. And by the way, if you're going to do it, probably that's not a barn burner. Probably Apple is the way to one to go. So with that being said, Bitcoin coming down is taking a little of the speculation out of the market. Bravo. The indices have a bigger chance to me than pulling back than any individual stocks. To me, it's still stock picking. So at least I don't have to worry about
It's
it.
always that.
Well, thank God. That's what I do.
Yeah.
The small guy is, by the way, heavy into stocks. The Mag 7 being up today is not helping. So keep that in mind. I don't like that. And the sharp guys are still hedged, pretty well hedged. It doesn't say it in the VIX, but they are. So I'm here to report that. Maybe I'm not in it either. I'm not in the VIX, but don't wait until it has to happen in order to be in it. So I'm not the guy to say protection is cheap. There's always something to do. I brought up Apple for the mom and pop that maybe want to trade. I don't want to sound corny. Or you could be in HSI for the day that has nice range and price action. Or you could be in a ZENA that I should have been overnight that, by the way, went from $1.90, closed at 7 and opened up at 12. And it had volume. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. This one happened to double. So there's does that mean that maybe, you know what? Maybe the guy that made money in Zana yesterday from $1.50 to 12 said, all right, let me put something back in safe in Apple now. I get it.
Okay.
So there's always something to do. There's still rotation. The two hottest stocks in the market. Like I said, I am redundant. I'm going to stop using that term. But this was an important statement I made. Please take it to heart. And it's not to impress, like Tim says. I like the statement. It's not to impress you. It's to impress upon you. This is Connor. Many of the momentum stocks are quite extended in computer risk. Quantum computing. All right. FinTech, a firm, like I pointed out. Crypto and nuclear. That's positive until they went to Mag 7. So if you're wondering why the Mag 7 are up today and these other stocks are taking a rest, it's kind of obvious to me. There's always something to do rotation, but you gotta focus on what's going on. If you're upset that that this stock to a degree is not up $5 as this is actually turning up, then you got to really think about what's going on. The speculation's a little bit money. The crypto money's been made for a couple of days. Does it mean they may go back Friday into Thanksgiving at 8 o'clock and make money over the weekend and everybody's staring at crypto turkey? I get it. But, that trade is over for now and there's a reset. I don't think anybody's here is, I don't see, you know what? That's not my opinion. I don't see option wise anybody stepping up and backing it up. That's
okay. Let's wrap it with option sweeps of note today.
None.
Okay.
None.
So that's a statement in itself. So if there's no sweeps,
Nope.
we don't need to do much either.
November.
So
Amazon, October 29. Somebody's $100,000 bet. Some guy going to Amazon at the Friday. All due respect, I could do that. I'm not saying So
yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not
you
saying that
answered the question. We don't have active option sweeps. That's a market message to just pull in your horns.
Okay, and once again, high level opinions. You and I, coach. Jesus, if I was on a desert island, I needed one feed. This is it. But he said it himself a couple of minutes ago. And here, remember this. If you don't, a couple of minutes ago, likely remain on the quiet side until the Fed minutes later this afternoon. Money's been made.
Yeah.
Volume really going to start to die out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not like this. You know what I mean? This is a type of market with the smaller positions. Oh, I'll buy a little here, I'll buy some here, and then they turn into big losers by Friday afternoon, and you're hoping the market bombs. I'm just telling. I know it. Trust me.
Yeah. It's okay to, like, you know, especially if you're on an uptick into the
Yeah,
holidays.
absolutely right.
Yeah, what's wrong with relishing having a good week or a good month right now and then just look at things next week?
Right, be a pro. You know what I mean? This is the time
Yeah.
where these are
They
these black.
book.
You know, you want to be the guy at Black Friday paying up for all those sales. Don't. You know what I mean? Take your time.
Why? What?
Go ahead, coach. That's it. I was thinking.
All right. All right. All right, man. Well, if I don't talk to you, have a happy Thanksgiving. So, you know, there's 2 words in Thanksgiving. Of course, the grateful part, but there's a giving part, and that's what we just did for 25 minutes, the giving part. So, good hunting, everybody.
You do, coach.
Mike, have a great holiday.
I will speak to you. We both know that. So
Okay.
yeah,
All right. Okay, buddy. So everyone, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Come on in and, you know, check us out. Bring your best stuff, and no one's going to hassle you in there.
No,
And
that's
we're not upselling you on anything,
we will.
except if you want to. You probably are. If you're a trader, you're already trading. We ask you to consider possibly transferring to TradeView, which sponsors this for free. So you're trading anyway, so we're not asking you for money. In
No.
fact, maybe the spreads are more competitive at TradeView. Check it out. And that's it for me, bro.
You too, coach. Trade well. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Team behind the scenes. You know, like one of my sayings is, it's like the Hotel California song by the Eagles. You know, I can check out, I can sign out. I really never leave. I check in all the time. It's always mentally. It doesn't suffocate me. It's my life. It's the way I live, and I'm here to help any way I can. Comments, suggestions, always welcome, and thank you.
Yeah, you can leave them. We look at the video, see if you guys have any questions. And a tip of the hat to Jose, stepping in for Alexis, doing a great job.
Do a high level job. We expected it, but it's still recognized. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Cheers.
Adios.
You're good. Cheers.